everybody, it's Kelly Williams with The Kelly Williams Show and Your Home TV. And it's time for The Kelly Williams Show. Yay! Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm really excited about this interview. I've been waiting and waiting. I've got Casey, the classic Casperson, part of the Dad Bod Cheer Squad and one of the Mananas for the world famous Savannah Bananas. Hey, Casey.
Hey, Kelly, how are you today?
I'm so good and cannot wait to visit. So listen, everybody, grab your coffee, grab a mimosa or a vitamin water, whatever you got, like Casey has. There you go. And we're going to be
sponsored. Not sponsored. Would welcome a sponsor. Would welcome a vitamin water sponsor.
That's right. That's right. Did you hear that?
Vitamin water for thirsty fat dudes like me.
We're going to find out more about this amazing guy in just a minute. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Yes, we are. That's right. Do the we're back dance. Got it going on. I am right here with classic Casey. I'm saying the classic first. Casey, the classic Casperson, everybody. Yes. Okay, so Casey, we actually met. We were seatmates.
We were seatmates, yes.
And so much fun. I mean, I thought, okay, I got to have him on the show. He's amazing, incredible. And what was so funny was that as soon as I posted the picture that you were our seatmate, oh my gosh, we saw them yesterday in Houston. Cannot believe you met him. So excited. I mean, they're like ecstatic. So really, I've been really looking forward to this interview, and so have so many other people. So Casey, first of all, where are you from?
So born and raised in Littleton, Colorado, went to high school, graduated high school, and then moved to Indiana. Went to college at University of Evansville, Indiana, UE. And then in 2001, I moved down to South Florida, which is where I've been ever since, in the Boca Raton area, otherwise known as God's waiting ground.
Nice. Exactly. It's pretty fabulous there. Okay, so Casey, you know, you are a comedian, like a real live stand-up comedian.
Yes.
That's awesome as heck. First of all, how did you even get into that business? I mean, you're just a naturally funny guy anyway, but what started that?
Yeah, so I was a theater major. So I graduated high school. I was doing, comedic plays and stuff in high school, and then I became a theater major in college. And I really struggled in the theater department. They're probably more my personality than anything else, because there were some really successful people that came out of my college. Like I went to school with Rami Malek, who won the Oscar for Best Actor for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Jack McBrayer graduated from my college, Lennon Parham, like some very good, solid people. And so what I did was, instead of working hard in the theater department, becoming that at that level, I started to do stand-up comedy as kind of a side gig while I was working in college, and I loved it. And I was also waiting tables at the comedy club. So I waited tables at the club.
Nice.
And then I said, hey, I'd like to do stand-up. And then they paid me $0. And so that was good for their budget. And I thought that would be good for my tips. But I realized that the more time I was on stage telling jokes, the more my section was sobering up and getting more upset.
That's hilarious.
Oh
my gosh. Okay, so where were you pulling your inspiration for your jokes from when you started going? I'm just going to get on stage.
Yeah, so when it started, I mean, I was in my early 20s, right? So I was like 20, 21 years old when I started at this comedy club called Funny Bones, which was like a chain, the Funny Bone. And it's where every 20-year-old guy gets their source of inspiration. So there was a lot of crass jokes where I thought I was rewriting the book on comedy, you know,
That's
and
hilarious.
yeah, yeah. So I look at the, I've kept all those jokes over the years. There isn't a single one that I could repeat to you today that would not immediately just get me fired from the Bananas and canceled in general.
And we're happy you're not sharing those today.
Thank you. And my pleasure.
We
As your
appreciate it.
as your stand-in Ted Cruz impersonator today, I will not tell those. You can't unsee it, can you, Kelly? Yeah,
I can't now, dadgummit.
can't now. So for
No,
everyone in
no.
Texas, there's a funnier version of your politician that's living on this planet that has to look like him forever. My wife is married to a guy that looks like Ted Cruz. How does that make her feel? I don't know.
I know. It's like ingrained now. That's hysterical.
Yeah,
Oh, God. Well, thank you for that.
no problem. I'm just running for president. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so I want to ask you, how how long were you doing stand up? So you actually teach classes and everything. I mean, you've got it's a pretty awesome gig you've got happening with your
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, I started Sick Puppies Comedy, which is the name of my comedy company, in 2012, and I was a part of an improv comedy company called Laughing Gas in 2010. And so I started stand up like in 99, 98, 99, and then I was so good at it I became a banker, and
Oh,
so with that fame and fortune, I tanked the economy in 2008, if you remember that.
I do.
And so I was making so much money as a banker, I fell back on comedy. And, you know, so it was, because your parents tell you always have a good fallback. And mine was, you know, talking to drunks at a microphone.
Oh
So
my gosh, my stomach's already hurting. This is not good. Well,
yeah,
okay,
so we ran the improv company. The Laughing Gas went out of business in 2012, so I started Sick Puppies in 2012 in Boca, and so we held auditions, and most of the people I knew, and then we've grown quite a bit since then. We've kind of expanded and contracted, and I've traveled around the country. And so
no,
one of the things that improv is great for is business and sales,
yeah.
management, creativity, collaboration, being able to think on your feet, think emotionally connected, be able to respond in real and human ways, and just have the ability to listen. And it really teaches you how to care about stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. COVID hit. We had to shutter our theater,
Oh gosh.
and then I had to like go get a real job again.
Yeah.
And then somehow here we are a few years later, and I'm wearing a cheerleading outfit on the Kelly Williams show. So
Exactly. And we're about to get like how you have that cheer outfit on, because what were you doing? Do you remember what you were doing when you got the call to audition for the Mananas?
okay, so I got three different text messages from three different people, and
Wow.
that said, "Hey, they're looking for somebody." And the one text message that I got was a link to apply on the Savannah Bananas website, and it was for a position that's not this.
Oh wow.
Yes. And so, but I hadn't texted her in 5 years, and she just texted me, "If you don't apply for this, you're an idiot." That's the first I'd heard from her in 5 years. So a former cast member that had not talked to me, had not told me that she went and got married, didn't tell me that she moved, got a dog, none of that, just a text message, apply for this thing. So I did. And I did, and I got the application, and I got a email back from the organization that said, "Hey, that position that you applied for isn't what we had in mind." Now, keep in mind, the position that I applied for is like it was called the director of fun,
Oh wow.
and I think it was, and I've never confirmed it, but I think it was basically to be the MC or the master of ceremonies for the Party Animals, which is one of the other Savannah Bananas teams. And the person they
Oh,
brought on was this guy named AJ. He's incredible. But now that I see who they were looking to cast,
yeah,
that's not me.
yeah.
AJ, good looking, nice, ripped, like not a hair on the man's body, works out when he's not working out, like a pro wrestler, like unbelievable, just and like so special and wildly talented. So
Yeah.
when I sat with him on the bus after our first game, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get why they did this for me, and he got what he got for him.
Yeah. Well, okay, so, if somebody has, before we get into the Mananas, if somebody has never seen the Savannah Bananas play baseball, how do you explain it to somebody?
Yeah, so the thing that I'll always start with is that a lot of times people compare us to like the Harlem Globetrotters, which is a good kind of jumping off point. It's that, but the Globetrotters were really scripted through and through. The game
Yeah.
was scripted, the outcome was scripted, all the plays were every single part of it was scripted. And so what I like to think of with the Savannah Bananas is it was bred and born out of the love for baseball, and it is a very real baseball game that is played. Very competitive, super high quality, unbelievable athletes doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But what they did was they changed a few of the rules to enhance the game and to make it better. So they call it banana ball. So
Okay.
it's called banana ball, and there's some like really cool things that are very very fun. I think the most fun rule in banana ball is that if there is a foul ball caught by a fan in the stands, it's an out.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Is there still
So
3 outs?
still 3 outs in an
Oh,
inning,
okay. Wow.
right? Still 3 outs to a side, but yeah, that's an out. And so that's one. There's no bunting because bunting sucks. So uh, if you bunt, you are ejected from the game.
What?
Um,
Oh my goodness.
there's no mound visits. Pitcher has to suffer.
Whoa.
And then it's and banana ball is played almost like match in golf.
Yeah.
So match play in golf. So you win the inning. If you win the inning, you get the point for the inning. So even if you score like 9 runs in an inning, and the bottom of the inning they don't score 9 or more, you just get 1 point for the inning. So by the time you
Wow.
get to the 9th inning, it can only be at worst 8-0. But
Wow.
generally, what I've found in this season that I was my first season with them, I found that by the time you get to a 9th inning, it was somewhere around 2-3, 2-2,
Yeah.
1-2, something like this, right? But in the 9th inning, everyone counts. So it could be 3-2, but then every run scored in the 9th inning counts. And
Whoa.
yeah, and then you don't go to extra innings, you do a showdown. And so the showdown, without like making this interview so much longer, but the showdown is some combination or some version of you get a batter, a catcher, a pitcher, and an outfielder. And if they get a hit and they can touch all the bases and make it all the way around before the ball finds its way back to the catcher, that's a run scored. And then they have different variations of that. And it's just called it's called a showdown.
Wow.
So you can't step out of the box. There's no walking. There's sprints because walks are boring. So on ball 4, you sprint to see how many bases you can touch before all the outfielders touch the ball. It's
Whoa.
really super cool. This coming season, teams are going to get awarded for the most trick plays. So a trick play could be like you do a backflip while you're catching it out.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yep, you throw the ball between your legs, you do something behind your back, you do something that's kind of acrobatic or a little bit circus-like. And so this coming season, you're going to get rewarded for that.
Wow. Okay, so how many teams are there in Banana Ball?
We just added 2, so we've got a total of 6 teams.
Wow.
We just added the Local Beach Coconuts.
Oh, fun.
So that's pretty cool. There may or may not be a game that's being played, say, on a beach sometime, which would be very interesting.
Amazing.
Uh, so I'm going to go through some of the other teams. So of course we have the Savannah Bananas. The Party Animals were historically the team that the Bananas always played. This past season, we really brought to life into their full kind of first season, the Texas Tailgaters and the Firefighters.
So fun.
So, but the sixth team. So we added two teams: the local beach Coconuts, and then we added the um, the Indianapolis Clowns. And the Indianapolis Clowns are basically a team that existed. I'm going to mess this up, by the way. So if there's any bananas watching this, just close your ears for a second. But the general history of this team is they started almost 100 years ago.
Wow.
And they were kind of the original Savannah Bananas in that they played. So they were from the Negro League, and they played from the 30s into the 80s,
Oh
and
my
then
goodness.
so they kind of sunset around that time, and so the Bananas have partnered back up to bring that brand to life, to bring the Indianapolis Clowns to life. So we're really excited to see what goes on with that brand.
Wow.
And so you've got 6 very different brands that exist within the umbrella of Banana Ball. So like super stoked. We just released all of the cities that we're going to. We're going to open up at Florida State to
Holy
open ball.
smoke.
We'll
Wow.
play at their football stadium.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So exciting. Okay, so we got some people commenting. I'm going to get to those in just a minute. But
No, I'm not answering any questions.
they have to submit them in writing.
Please. Formal writing. This is a formal interview.
In calligraphy.
Please. Only in cursive. Otherwise, what did we learn? Why did I learn it in 3rd grade?
No, it's exactly. It's ridiculous. I want to know. Okay, so when you got the call that you were being looked at as a Manana, was there an audition? Did you have to choreograph your own routine?
So we had a couple of emails back and forth, and they said, "Hey, we've got this thing that we think is probably the right fit for you." So I got on with Matt Grafer, who's the director of talent for the Bananas. He's called the Young Professor. So if you've ever been to a game, he's the main person that's hosting and pushing the show along on the field. So he was on there, and then he got on a call with Rad Bod, who's the captain of the Dad Bod Cheer Squad with the
Fun.
Bananas. And so they got on a call, and it was just really just a vibe check, just to see if we all jive and we're good. So I had sent them some links of like if you go to CaseyCasperson.com, you can just see some of my demo reels and stuff of things that I've done in the past. And then after we got done with that, they said, "Hey, if you put together like some kind of a demo." So I threw that together and sent it over to them, and they said, "Yeah, this looks great. We'd love to have you."
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So Shelly Garrido, she said, "Good morning. I love the Savannah Bananas." Yes, so many. And then she also asked really quickly, are the Bananas going to be playing in Louisiana?
That's a great question. I can look. I'm guessing that they are. I think I think the All-Star game might be happening.
Wow.
On there.
Okay, well, we'll make a note because she
We'll
and I
make
are
a
both
note.
from Louisiana, so we want to know.
All right,
Good
we
question.
can look that up.
That'd be awesome. While you're looking that up, Casey,
Uh-huh.
what did your wife say when you decided to take this gig?
She was fine with it. So I don't know. She knew that this is the thing that this is the kind of thing that I love to do and that I enjoy it. But she's a very different personality than me. So she is really good at being happy and self-sufficient because she has a self-esteem.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't understand why someone would need 45,000 people sharing that they like you to feel love. And that's been our relationship the whole time, that I have to be on stage, that I have to be in front of people, that I have to like over and 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 over. So
so she's used to this.
By the way, just so you know, I forgot that New Orleans is in Louisiana, and
Yes.
we will be playing the Party Animals on Saturday, March 14th, Sunday, March 15th at the Superdome.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's amazing. I'm going to make sure I post it as well.
Yeah, one thing to call out here if you're watching and you want to get tickets, you have to go to the savannahbananas.com. You
Okay.
have to choose the city that you want to go to, and
Oh,
you have to enter a lottery.
oh wow.
And that lottery is, I believe, submissions are good through November 1st,
Wow.
and uh, and that's it. So there's no other way to get tickets. If you go to a StubHub or you go to like one of these resellers, most of those tickets that are for sale are they're like speculative sales, meaning that someone has listed tickets that they don't have in their possession.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a lot of fraud that can happen if you're not buying directly from the savannahbananas.com. And the other thing is it's created this issue as well where people try to go buy tickets and they can see that the tickets are $400, $500, $600 a ticket.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I could never afford for this family friendly thing for me to bring my family. But here's the thing. If you buy the tickets from the savannahbananas.com and you enter the lottery and you get into the lottery, and you can buy, I think, up to 5 tickets when you win the lottery, maybe 6, I
Wow.
can't remember, 5 or 6. The most you're going to pay for a ticket in a football stadium is $65, and the most that you're going to
Wow.
pay for a ticket at a Major League Baseball stadium is $60.
Wow.
But tickets this season, depending on where they're played, because the 6 teams play through a mix of minor league ball fields,
Mhm.
major league fields, college
Yeah.
football fields.
Yeah.
Uh, they start at $35.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
so it's super family friendly. It's
Yeah.
fans first. That's what the Bananas are. They are fans first. If Jesse Cole, who started this, is not interested in making $1 billion, he's
Yeah.
interested in making a billion fans.
Yeah. I love that.
So that's his journey. And the way we do it is just these little things. Like when you buy the tickets, there's no ticket fees. There's
Yeah.
no taxes on top. When you go buy merchandise, if you go buy a $30 hat, it
Yeah.
is $30. You don't pay tax
Wow.
on top. You don't pay shipping on top. And
Wow.
sometimes when you buy stuff, you get like a little extra little gift that gets sent with you too. Like I can't tell you how
Oh,
many Savannah Bananas koozies I have running
wow.
around my house. So
Wow. I love that. Okay, guys, if you've been watching, I have been visiting with Casey, the classic Casperson. He is a manana of the world famous Savannah Bananas. We're going to be right back with more fun with this amazing guy right after this.
Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events wants you to come party with us. We're bringing the fun to the Houston Bay Area. Stay tuned for all of our incredible events throughout the year, featuring amazing food and drinks, live entertainment, special guests, and so much more. Fun, new, different. Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events is where you want to be. So come party with us. It's more than a yacht. It's serendipity.
All right. Woohoo! We are
I'm
back.
going on a cruise. I'm going to go on a serendipity cruise. That sounds
I know
good.
it. You need to. They're going to be awesome. It's heck. I can't wait. Okay, and you'll be invited to one of those. Okay, so Casey, we've been talking with Casey, the classic Casperson. He is one of the Mananas of the world famous, literally Savannah Bananas of Banana Ball baseball, and we've been talking about his journey here. He's still a stand-up comic. He's done all kind of really cool things. I want to ask you, how many Mananas are there?
Yeah, so I think we're at 9 Mananas.
Wow,
Yeah. So
awesome.
there's 9 of us, and so there's like a core 4 that when they play in Savannah, it's the home stadium at the historic Grayson Stadium in Savannah. It's like 4 that cover that. But when we expand out to all the different cities, that's when they kind of bring in the cavalry.
Yeah.
So like Mr. K, who, K for potassium, and he's a Mr. T impersonator.
That's hilarious.
He's out there pitying fools. Um,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You showed me his picture. He's funny.
oh, he's
That's
great.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Where are all these people from? Because y'all fly into all these events all over the place.
Yeah. So Mr. K lives in Arlington,
Wow.
and then the Cheese lives in the Tampa area.
Wow.
And then other than that, the majority of the other Mananas live pretty close to the Savannah
Oh, that's
uh,
good.
want for the
Yeah.
most part.
Oh, I know that's really handy. Okay. So, we talked a little bit about this on the plane, but I want you I want to ask this. How physically demanding has being a Manana been? Because people see y'all doing your dances, your funny things, but it's a lot of work, and it's physically, I would think physically draining, honestly, as much as y'all put into it.
I went through my first weekend in Fort Myers at they call it Fenway South, so it's where the farm team in Fort Myers, Florida, plays there, and
Fun.
they've got a little mini green monster, really cool.
No.
But it was 3 days in a row there. That was my first weekend, and after the first day, I was unable to walk. So now keep in mind at that time I was closer to about 300 pounds,
Yeah.
and so out of shape, probably the worst shape that I'd ever been in my life.
Yeah.
So the thing that got me the job, kind of my pudgy self,
Yeah.
fatty fall down, make funny, was also the thing that was keeping me from doing the job. And even at the end of the season, Fluff Man, one of our other Mananas, said, "Dude, after I saw you on that first day, I thought that was it. We weren't going to see Casey again."
Wow.
I mean, I couldn't get off the bus. Maceo, the person that does all of our choreography that was on America's Got Talent,
Wow.
I dropped my card for my room as he was in the hall, and when I leaned over to get the card, I just made the most guttural, like, "Oh!" And Maceo was like, "Oh man, that's not good."
Oh.
I had to
Oh my
ice it
God.
down. I got through the weekend. I was really, really upset. And when I looked at my phone after the weekend, I had put in 79,000 steps in 3 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
Wow.
so a lot of that is dancing, but a lot of it is just going up and down stairs, because the job after we do our on the field dance and introduction and a lot of the stuff that we do before the peel is what the
Yeah.
show is before
So
we go
cute.
into the stand. Yeah. Yeah. We have before the peel.
I love it.
Then we activate the stands, and so we have to go out to every place where our fans are, so that, I mean, we
Wow.
really are fans first, and we get out there and we're getting pictures with the crowd, and we're doing signatures for the kids and signatures for the adults, and my average at the end of the season was about 25,000 steps a day. And so
Holy
I went
smokes.
from being 300 pounds to today I'm 260. So I've lost 40 pounds in 7 months.
Oh my goodness.
And almost everybody on the tour lost weight this season. So
Holy smokes.
super, super taxing.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, well, if I keep losing weight,
Yeah.
maybe I lose my job.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to ask you, I mean, how much weight do they allow you to lose?
Well, I think the ADA suggests that they can't say those types of things, but
We
but
know
I-
some
but
cheer
I
squads don't let you gain. So
yeah, I know the nice thing is I do love to eat, so I think I'm going to be able to out eat my weight loss. I think I'm going to win. I'm going to win this battle. It's like the people that try to win against Ozempic, and they do a great job at it. That's what I'll do too.
yeah.
So
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good
yeah,
news. Okay, so are there any traditions that y'all have before each game with the Mananas that y'all do to get hyped
yeah.
up?
There's a lot of just within the Mananas.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah, I think there's some fun things that we do. There's like the signature dance that all of the Bananas do. It's called the Hey Baby, and we do it I think 4 times throughout the course of the day.
Oh, fun.
And it's just just fun song, fun easy dance.
Yeah.
And then one of the traditions that the Mananas started this year by Space Cowboy, one of our Mananas, is a song called Guilty Pleasures. And so it's just like a little dance that we do, even something that I could do. And so it got to a point where we have like the fans in the before the peel doing it. We post it online. And so it's just like everything is like music and dance centered. There's a lot of improv elements to this, which is why they liked bringing me on
Yeah.
board. So like everyone in the cast is, even if they've never done quote unquote improv, they're all unbelievable improvisers. They're so good on their feet. They're very good at collaborating. They're friendly. They're very good at making others look good, which is such like the core tenet to improv, is making
Yeah.
your scene partner look good.
Yeah.
And they do that, and they did that for me all season, where I had a massive learning curve. I thought after getting leads in musicals and being able to skip on choreography, because gosh, my whole life they would say, okay, we're going to do the choreo. And then I would start to do it. And it wasn't that I was fighting it. It wasn't that I was refusing to do it. They just saw how bad I was. And they would be like, you know what? Actually, you just vibe. And then everyone else will just kind of do their stuff behind you. So I thought at the age of 46, I had escaped learning choreography. And I could not be more wrong.
Yeah.
But I have to say that, like, Maceo and Radbod are two people that totally changed my life this season, because constantly relearning the lesson that old dogs can learn new tricks.
Yeah.
Because I had a panic attack in Charlotte. We had to learn a new dance with 24 hours notice.
Oh gosh.
We were going to be on national TV. I think it was an ESPN game.
Oh my
It was in
goodness.
between the second and third inning, I think, if I'm remembering all this correctly. And
Wow.
I was in sheer free fall panic.
Yeah.
And knowing that I could do it, but my body was in a fight or flight, and I got
Yeah.
through it and I did it. And then because we proved that we could do it on short notice, they started to give us more of those dances on short notice. And that's a skill that I have now, where if you show me choreography, I have my own little coping mechanism to learn it within like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and feel like I could go. Now, it's not good. I'm not good. I'm a horrible dancer. Terrible. For anyone that's looking at me and expecting great moves, I'm just saying that I'm going to say that I can tell my body what I want it to do, and my body will show the effort as though it knows what it's supposed to do. That's a very low bar for dancers. And I'm meeting that. I'm meeting the part where I know what the dance is. I know that.
Hey, that's good. It's kind of like math when they tell you when you're young, you're never going to use math again. And in your case, it was choreography. You're never going to need choreography.
I mean, look,
That's
I was in a I think it was a mini commercial 10 years ago, and they had cast me as a dancer, and I was like this, cast as this moving guy that moved boxes on and off a truck.
Oh my goodness.
And they hired really good dancers, but they were all tiny. And so they wanted one big guy, because like movers are supposed to be big guys. And so they're like, can you dance? And I was like, not really. And they're like, well, show us something. And I did a grapevine. I did literally the do kick, do kick. And I was like, and they're like, great, you're hired. And I was on a pilot for a TV show that was simultaneously filming at the same time as this commercial.
Oh my gosh.
And I kept missing all of the rehearsals for the dance.
No.
So the day of the dance for this commercial, and by the way, this particular commercial is a single shot commercial. So as the car drives, there's no editing, single shot.
Yeah.
And there's like, I think 20 different acts that are happening as the car drives.
Oh.
I mess it up every time. We reshot it 40 times till finally, and he's like this really angry German guy, and he's like, "Das ist not right! No, nein!" And he would like scream around in his BMW and scream at me. And then I didn't understand because he'd get so mad he'd be in German. And then eventually, if you watch the commercial, I can't find it anymore. I wish I could. But eventually, if you watch the commercial, there's a car. It's a 360-degree camera, which is kind of the gimmick on YouTube. So you could look to see all the stuff that's happening at once.
Yes.
So you can see these movers moving boxes, doing flips, doing the thing, throwing the box over the car. And if you turn the camera behind the car, there's just a happy fat guy in a mover outfit with a dolly and a box just going. That's me.
I'm looking it up.
I can't find it. I mean, if I could
On
find
it.
it, I'd share it with you. It's
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Okay. So, guys, we have been talking with the amazing, the hilarious Casey, the classic Casperson from the Mananas of the Savannah Bananas. We're going to be right back to finish up this show and have some more fun with him right after this.
Picture your ideal getaway. A place for fun and relaxation. That's South Shore Harbor Resort and Conference Center. Stylishly renovated in a modern aesthetic with room to accommodate any event or occasion. Whether you're traveling for business or just looking to take a break, get away to the bay. South Shore Harbor Resort and Conference Center. Book today at sSHR.com.
At S2S Outfitters, we believe the outdoors isn't just a place, it's a lifestyle. Hiking, fishing, or chasing adventure, we got you covered. Look and feel your best everywhere you go, from sun up to sundown. So gear up, live the adventure, and join us at S2S Outfitters, where style meets the great outdoors.
And we're back. Woo! All right. We are
now,
with,
why didn't they hire me for that commercial? I feel like I met the look of what the aesthetic they were going for. But I feel like if they cast like a chubby, middle-aged, frumpy guy like me and be like, hey, people that look like you sometimes come here too, you'd have an okay time. We keep you away from the pretty people, but we value your money and your business.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that is hysterical.
We know that the Uggs like to get drunk too.
Stop! You're hilarious. Okay, so Casey, what does tell us what does a typical day look like when y'all are getting ready? When y'all have a performance day, no matter where y'all are in the country, what does your day look like?
Yeah, so the first pitch is 7 p.m. and so, like, I think for most professional, like athletes or professional organizations, the talent and the players and whatnot tend to come in at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I think is the general consensus that I've seen, even maybe a little bit later.
Yeah,
maybe 3, 4 in the afternoon. But because the players have to choreograph dances. And they have to learn dancing celebrations. They have to learn different gimmicks and promos that we have going on in the field. And they also have to warm up. They have to do batting practice, throwing practice. Like they have to warm up for the actual game itself. So we're catching buses from our hotel in some circumstances as early as 9 a.m. to get to the field for a 7 p.m. first pitch because there might be press that we have to do.
Yeah.
So there might be local press that we have to do. And then if there's a dance that we have to learn, then we learn the dance. Then we have the fans first meeting where the entire staff, players, talent get together and we get fired up by Jesse and team
so fun.
to just get fired up. And then we suit up and then for a 7 o'clock first pitch, we open the gates at 2 p.m. So we open the gates at 2. We open the gates 5 hours before the first pitch.
Wow.
And now people can't go get their seats till typically like 4:30. But from 2 to 3, all the players in the game are out. So kids, if you get in at 2 o'clock, you can get things signed, you can get pictures, full accessibility to all of the players, something that just doesn't happen in the pros. No. And nothing against the pros, but that's a feature that I wished I could have as a kid. I mean, I didn't grow up with a Major League Baseball team until I was 13 when the Colorado Rockies showed up. Wow. But we had the Denver Zephyrs.
Yeah.
And they were the minor league team for the Montreal Expos. And so I never got anything signed ever. And I'd go to all these games and, but this is such a big deal. So from 2 to 3, you have that. 3 o'clock, we have what's called the before the peel. And what I realized this weekend, now I've been doing this for the whole year. What I realized is really what before the peel is is what game day is for college football.
Yeah.
So we have a whole stage set up. Typically, the young professor is hosting that piece, if not with Princess Potassia and then Radbod. And then we have players that cycle through, and we're doing all kinds of games and bits and songs and promotions. And it's just nonstop energy. So it's if it's not us, then it's, the opposing team. We've got a guy that throws pizza dough. We've got the person that does lasso. We've got the party animals, and they're like, we just have so much stuff that's going
Amazing.
on from 3 to 3, right, from 3 to 3:30. I'm going to get yelled at for this because I'm getting it all wrong. Then I think maybe the gates open at 3:30. I don't know. It goes from 3 to 4:30. Thank you. The show goes from 3 to 4:30. And also this is me showing that I'm the oldest person on tour. So it's followed by the other like Mananas that are also like a little younger than me, not much younger. You know who you are. So then the gates open. So from like 4:30 to 5, you got to go find your seat, and then the show starts on the field at 5.
Wow.
So then we start doing promos and all kinds of fun stuff from 5 to 7. At about 6:30, things just go another level. So 6:15, we get introduced on the field, where we get introduced, we do our dance, the whole 9 yards. 6:30, they start to do some massive player introductions. Then they introduce the opposing team. Then they introduce the starters. And then there's so many incredible things that happen. And then at 7:00, first pitch, and then the guarantee for a banana ball game is it's done in 2 hours. The clock starts, and at 9 p.m., wherever the ball game is, that's where it ends. They just finish that inning, whatever inning they're in, they finish it at that time. And then when it's done, come back out to the plaza, and we are outside partying. There's a live band out there, the Banana Band, or the Party Down, whoever's out there playing, and from 9 to 9:45, 10 o'clock, Jesse Cole is out there, and he is out there until the very last fan gets a signature if they want one. So Jesse, himself as fans first.
Yeah, these are a full day of fun. Seriously, for the whole family. This is incredible. Yeah. Okay, so I have a quick question. Have you ever had a stalker? Maybe, probably.
Well, you'd want it to be like a funny story, but really what it is there's a handful of people that want to be connected to something special.
Yeah. And
so not a stalker in the the common way that you would hear, where someone wants to be with somebody.
Yeah.
But it's someone that maybe I've talked to or connected with, and they just can't help themselves, that they just want to be connected to that thing. And so I try to serve that as long as I can, until I realize that this person is maybe unwell. And so I have to step back a little bit on there. But no, I don't get the weird fandom that KJ gets.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I also don't look like KJ, and I don't play baseball like KJ. So,
I don't know, but you dance pretty good. Okay.
Well, you're a bad judge. It's a bad judge there.
Okay. So Casey, what do you think has been the best part of being a Manana on the Savannah Bananas, but of this whole journey that God's put you on?
I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's the realization that this organization, whether they have done it intentionally or not, is proof that the sum of all the parts of the organization are greater than the individual.
Oh, I love that.
And what I mean by that is, look, I'm 46. I've had a pretty good career in entertainment, but as I talk to you, I'm not a famous person. I'm not a well-known household name, and I've made a lot of choices in my life where I probably could have done things a different way, and I probably could have had a different level of success. And I think that could be said, and I don't want to speak for anybody else in the organization, but I think there's a lot of other individuals that are like me that had the chance to go a particular route or had the chance to have a certain level of success because they had this talent or this piece. And they found this organization that makes them the very best at who they are and what they are. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a better version of myself than I am when I'm with the Bananas. And it caught me at a time in my life where I just needed a reminder of what I was capable of, and that I still had a lot to offer as an entertainer. So I think there's a lot of that happens within the organization. And then it also gives a shot to a lot of young people that have a ton of potential to really see where they are much sooner in life than before. Maybe it's too late for
Yeah.
them. So I think you have those two things happening in the organization. They just care so much about their fans, but they also care so much about us, making sure that we're taken care of, that we feel good, because they know that as long as we're happy, we can make others happy.
I absolutely love that, and I couldn't be more excited that you're on this journey and have this opportunity to be a part of something like this. This is really incredible. How can we find the schedule of the Savannah Banana Games, and then will you remind us how to get tickets again?
Yeah, so if you go to thesavannahbananas.com, you can click right into there to see everything that's coming on with their schedule. Is specifically, if you go to thesavannahbananas.com/schedule, that will take you there, and then there's a link to join the ticket lottery list. Click on that. You just give your email address. I will tell you that if you try to game the system, if you try to change your email address, like have multiple email addresses, multiple addresses, all these types of things, you'll end up creating more red flags for yourself.
Okay.
That completely discount you altogether from being in the lottery. So the company's done a lot of things to keep the price of the tickets extremely affordable. And one of those is to really weed out fraud or bots or gaming the system. So, just have hope. There's way more games that are available. Last year we saw 2.2 million live fans. This year, I think we're going to see like 3.3 or 3.4 million live fans. So there's another million that are available.
Yeah.
The waiting list last year did get up to over like 3.5 million.
Wow.
And so, go look at the list of all the cities. And what a lot of people did, so for example, like Tampa Bay was kind of a last minute city.
Yeah.
Because of the hurricane tearing up where the Rays played.
Yeah.
And so the Buccaneers were gracious enough to open up their 65,000 person venue when that became. So if you're willing to travel to these different cities, put your name in there, and then it may be a cool thing to go check out Oregon. We're playing at the University of Oregon this summer. We're going to be back at Yankee Stadium. We're going to be at Wrigley. So we're going to be at all these cool places. But then there's a lot of other smaller stadiums as well that are minor league stadiums. And depending on the fans that you talk to, a lot of fans will say, hey, we really like the minor league stadiums because we're so much closer. We're right there with the players. It feels closer to us. Right. But then you have a lot of people that still love the stadium effect of it, because man, being amongst, we're going to be in College Station at A&M.
Nice.
And that's the fourth largest football stadium, I think, in the country.
Yeah. And it's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And so we'll be there. So, hey, if you're at the top of the stadium, you may not see directly what's going on in the field, but man, being amongst 100,000+ Bananas fans is it's incredible. It is the best thing, and it recharges me. It makes me a better dad, makes me better in business, makes me a better improviser. And I think it's made me a better person.
Yeah. I love that. Casey, we're out of time because you're on a time limit today because you got more appearances. Thank you so much for taking time to visit today.
My pleasure, Kelly. Thanks so much. I'm so glad we struck up a conversation.
Me too. I'm so excited. I can't wait to watch y'all. Can't wait. We're going to try to go get some tickets soon so that we can come see you and say hi. Guys, Stay tuned for more Kelly Weems Show anytime on the Your Home TV network. And we hope you have an awesome and blessed rest of your day. Stay tuned for lots of fun things coming from Casey, the classic Casperson, and the Savannah Bananas. Okay, guys. See y'all soon. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.